say a quick R.I.P. Easy rest in peace to the mother who lost her life in the KC mass shooting for the Super Bowl parade, and a quick prayer to the 25 children who got shot and injured during the parade. I wasn't able to watch like the broadcasting of the parade because I was at work, but I definitely heard about it. If you haven't been living under a rock, I'm sure you've heard about it too. Very unfortunate. I'm just glad it wasn't some calculated, mass shooting. Two minors, two juveniles in their, late teens got into a little scuff, and handled some beef at the parade like idiots. Like, why are you guys going to a public place and handling beef? Like, handling a misunderstanding, and one thing led to another. They both pulled out guns on each other and started shooting. When you're that compact in a parade with 1 million plus people, every bullet you are firing out there, sorry, Alexa's talking. Every bullet you shoot out there is definitely gonna hit somebody. So, guys, you gotta be real careful with your situation and what you're gonna be doing. If you just don't do that. Like, that's just the dumb. Like, you ruin. Not only did you ruin your life, but you ruined a lot of other people's lives. And yeah, it's just it's just not a good thing. I am happy that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, but not happy that happened. Obviously, that's not a good thing. Sorry for the no post last week. Got busy. I got real busy with work. I've been trying to learn, another trade, and doing that on top of having another job is it's very difficult. But we're doing it. We are doing it. The other trade I'm trying to learn is plumbing. Obviously, my fiance's stepfather is a plumber, so I've been trying to learn it through him. And other than that, I've just been doing other stuff, that's been occupying my time, like going to take engagement pictures, doing family activities. So I kind of want to put this out there as the last video that I'm going to be speaking on it. But if you guys see that I haven't posted in like a week or whatever, some of you guys can kind of know from previous videos, like, oh, he's not taking a hiatus, he's not not posting anymore. He's just going to be busy with life, and a lot of you guys get busy with life and aren't able to do fun activities, or aren't able to do certain things. So that's the only thing that's been going on with me, is just life. And the plan is still the same schedule, regardless of if I don't post on a Monday, you guys, and then I post on Wednesday. The schedule's still going to be the same. There's not going to be a video on Tuesday, there's not going to be a video on Thursday. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that will forever be. Now, for Wednesday, there won't be movie Wednesdays, and unless I've watched a newer movie, or I've watched a movie that I want to review. For this Wednesday's video, I will be doing my top 10 comedian or top 10 comedy movies, because one of you guys wanted to see that. And then Friday's video is going to be another requested video, which is my favorite snacks. We're going grocery shopping on Fridays. That's our big thing. And hopefully, for some reason, my Wi-Fi stops uploading all my videos halfway through, and then takes 16 hours to upload. It's insane. It's crazy. But hopefully it doesn't happen this time, and it's just gonna be good and all fun. And it just works this time, hopefully. For some reason, that usually only happens on Fridays. I don't know what the deal is, but people are probably just using all the bandwidth around here. How'd you guys like the All-Star game? If you guys watched either the NFL or All-Star game, or I didn't watch the NFL All-Star game, there's no point anymore, but I watched the NBA one. It was pretty good. The East finally took down the West. That hasn't happened in a while. It has not happened in a while. I'm glad they switched it back to Team East, Team West, instead of it being Team LeBron or Team Nikola. or team Onitakupo or team Ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really like it named after players. Like, it's just East versus West. That's all it is. That's all it is. I tried. Actually, I didn't really try, but my fiance is baking. We have been talking about getting her into another video of her baking. She does baking now a lot more frequently. So, and she'd really like to make a video about it. So, hopefully, here soon I can get her making some cake or making some cake pops, or doing something fun and get that in a video. Hopefully I can do that real soon, because she's even been talking about it and you guys have been wanting her in another video. I've actually gotten like 4 requests of her being in another video, so that will be coming up. I tried doing the keyboard video today. Didn't work out. My tripod back there was just like, the way it hovered over, I had to like reach over, and it didn't really work. So I'm gonna have to find another way to be able to, because I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm holding up the mouse or whatever and I'm like right there. I mean, like, obviously that works, but I would like for you guys to see it, because they glow and they like put out light and all that. It's kind of cool. So that would be, hopefully I can get that all worked out and stuff. Tapping on some Vaseline. How are you guys feeling about the new Kanye album? I listened to it start to finish, skipped like 6 songs because I heard Kanye's verse and I was just like turned off. I couldn't listen to it anymore. Just skip. And then you got like songs like I think it was Not Bring It Back to Me or Something Back to Me, and it was just not it. Just not it, man. What do you like? This is what I'll say. Not Ty, however you want to say it. His parts in all of these songs were absolutely flawless. They were amazing. He was rapping about real stuff. He was rapping about, he was even singing like he did back in the day, and I thought all of his parts were really good. They were really well made, and he was the producer throughout the whole album, so he put his voices in the background of certain songs and all that, and that sounded really well. But then you got to Kanye's rapping, and some of the stuff he was rapping about was like, what, bro, like, what are you talking about? And some of the stuff was like, yeah, he kind of spitting. There was no songs in the album that I could save. Now, like, I wish there were certain ones that I could save, because Ty or Ty, Dollar Signs, part in those songs were so amazing. I wanted to keep it, but then you'd have to shut off the song after his part is over, and it just, I don't wanna have a song that's gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no point. Which is just very unfortunate. I kind of, now listening to it, kind of hope that it was only a Ty album, just because his parts were so good, and Kanye West is just falling off I don't know what's going on, man. I really don't. They had North rapping, and you can tell that Kanye West definitely wrote it for her, but people are like, she's destined for greatness in the rap game. Like, guys, come on, she's like 10 years old. She might even be 12 now, but like, dude, you can't, like, don't put that kind of pressure on her. Like, North, like, is just a kid. Let her be a kid, if she wants to have fun and make some fun music, she can. But I don't want Kanye to like pressure her into following in his footsteps or something like that, because then she's not gonna want to do it. It's like the same thing of like, if your father or your mother or someone that's really close to you your entire life has been like, you're gonna be an astronaut, you need to be an astronaut, and then you like go and try to be an astronaut, and you're like, I don't like this at all, but I feel like I have to do it, and then you're just gonna hate your life if you do it. But if you don't do it, then you're hated by your family. It's like the mob mentality around Kanye West. It's just everybody's a yes man to Kanye. You know, like, Kanye's like, I'm a superhero, and everyone's like, yes, yes you are. And then you have the critics and all that. And like his fans are like, no, you're not a superhero. But then you listen to his music, and he's like rapping about being Jesus Christ, and then his fans are like, yeah, preach, you know, this is the best song I've ever heard. You know, you're telling him no in his interviews, but then you listen to what he's rapping about and you say yes. Like what are you guys doing? I got a cough, hold on. Sorry about that. Sorry. I've been out in the cold and heat, in and out, and it keeps bothering me, not bothering with me. For some reason, every single time I get on the microphone, man, I cannot speak properly. I don't know what it is. Went into work today, but got called off halfway through the day because there's so much snow on the ground. We were basically, if you walk on grass, you'll just ruin the grass. I don't know what the science is behind that, because it's the same idea. If you walk on grass when there's frost on it, you will literally ruin the grass. It's dead. I don't know why that is, but there's something there. I don't know. I'm not a scientist or none of that, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying. Did anybody else listen to the new 21 Savage album? Banger after banger after certified banger. Now, take that back. There's like 6 skips. Wait. There's 5 skips on that album. Pop Yo Shit was probably the hardest beat I have heard in like a hot minute. And all the hardest beats I've ever heard are by Metro Boomin or somebody up there, you know, like Timbaland. There's so many good producers and you know, beat makers. You know, there's Nick Mira, who's made some of the hardest beats that, you know, he doesn't even put his intro so like quiet in the beginning that you don't even know he made it. And like he produced some fire tracks for Lil Yachty. Like Lil Yachty's newer songs that a lot of people have been digging have been produced and made by Nick Mira, and those are some of the hardest beats. But yeah, man, the Pop Yo Shit by 21 Savage was really good. Like the first, like, I'm trying to think here, like first like 50 seconds to a minute were just absolutely hard. It was good. And then you got to like, he's like, what's that smell? I think somebody pooped. Like, bro, what? Instantly skip that one. Like, what are we talking about? But there were some bangers on that album, like Red Rum, which is just, you know, murder backwards. So when he's like, all we know is red rum, he's talking about all we know is murder, which I'm sure anybody who like has a brain has probably thought about that, but I didn't until I like listened to the song 3 times and I was like looking at the name. I was like, wait, that's just murder. He's just talking about murder, which is a key thing for 21 Savage. Although I have never heard of him being into a altercation, so who knows? Who knows, man? For real. Who really knows for real? Anybody else talking about the baby's fall off? I mean, that man fell off the face of the planet. I mean, he was here strong. 2018 to 2021, he was making banger. And then all of a sudden, his new album that he dropped in like 2022 or something like that was absolute garbage. Like, how do you go from making Kirk and then making that new album, whatever it was called? It was so bad, nobody listened to it. But yeah, it was just bad. If I remember correctly, like, it was just like he tried going out of his comfort zone and singing, and a couple of them, like, that's cool, man, like, do you, but he can't sing, and it doesn't match the beat. Like, it was just messed up all the way around, and he keeps trying to go out of his comfort zone. And then when he made the newer song, like a newer party song, where he's dressed up as a fireman or whatever, and became like a TikTok trend, thought that song was okay, but like the baby was never really like a party, like a, you know, what's that, LMAO, like he was never like one of those bands and one of those rappers who like exclusively is a club kind of hit maker. Like he's not, he's usually like a bumpin' in the car kind of rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like you bump him whenever you get aux, and now it's just like, no sir, do not do that in my car. If I give you aux, do not turn on the baby. One of my favorite artists of all time, and I don't care what anybody says about his new album, Lil Baby, man, that new album was hard, just because his flow was a little bit different, you know, doesn't make him, there's a difference between like going out of your comfort zone and just sucking at it. Like he went out of his comfort zone with his flow and the way he worded his bars, and it still worked and it was good, just because a lot of people didn't really connect with it and the beats or whatever. Like they didn't really like it. Like there's a new song called Okay with French Montana. Now I don't know a lot of French Montana fans. I just have a Spotify has like this feature where you can have like a radio playlist or something like that, and there's like a DJ who DJs through, and that's where I get a lot of my new songs from now. Well, that song played, and French Montana was actually like, she wanna look at the stars, I ended up dropping my top, okay? Like he's talking about the Rolls Royce stars, obviously, but like French Montana actually kind of went like hard in that song. And then there's the Lil Baby feature in it, and Lil Baby was like, no. The flow was cool, but like, bro, what are you saying? Like, you can't understand what he's saying, which I kind of get. He's called a mumble rapper, but if you're looking at what he's talking about, he's spitting. Lil Wayne, one of the most influential artists of all time. He's also kind of a mumble rapper, but if you're listening like closely and you're listening to what he's saying and you're reading what he's saying in the lyrics, it's like this guy's spitting for real. I see a Lil Baby in that way too, you know what I'm saying? But I've also been listening to The Wallows a little bit. They just dropped a new song called Your Apartment, and that song is just, it's a breath of fresh air away from the rap, away from the same old gun. The two most regurgitated, I think, you know, not discographies, but like, I can't think of the word. What is the word? The two different genres of music are rap and country. It's always the same thing with certain, like, obviously there's always going to be that artist in country who makes new stuff and it actually is new, like it's new, like nobody else has really made something like this or used the same guitar, you know, sound, or same guitar you know, melody, or I forget what they call it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And then, you know, you have the country artists that just keep talking about the same thing, keep singing about the same thing, keep using the same type of beats and drum and bass, this and that, and the same with the rappers. But there's always going to be those rappers that, you know, talk about real stuff, and they're always like new, different types of, you know, beats. Like, unfortunately, Yeet, I know a lot of people like Yeet, but Yeet, he actually, you know, his genre that he kind of made off of Playboy Cardi's sound, and a little bit of Lil Yachty's sound, and you know, he kind of mashed a bunch of people's sound together, and it was new. Unfortunately, he keeps using the same flow, keeps talking about the same thing. That's just going to be regurgitated, and he can make these 30-song albums and drop 3 of them a year or whatever he wants to do. It'll be just the same as like Youngboy. Like, it's the same stuff every time. The good thing I will say about Youngboy is there has been a couple albums here recently where he switched it up a little bit, and it's been good. It's been real good. But, you know, and he's made a lot of money doing that, you know, making like 8 albums last year or something like that. And, you know, at some point that does kind of get annoying. You're like, this is my favorite artist, I want to listen to every song. But like, when you drop so much and it's almost too much, Sorry, I like just completely messed that up. But it's like too much, and you don't even want to listen to it no more. But yeah, like the Wallows, man, it's just a breath of fresh air. It's that kind of like indie rock, and it's real cool. Yeah, but that's all I had today, guys. Can't really think of anything else to talk about. I'm just gonna go on a music rant, and I could talk about music for hours. Unfortunately, I don't have an hour, but I see you guys the next one. Movie Wednesday for this week. It's just gonna be top 10 comedy movies. Next week, not sure yet. I might watch a movie between now and next Wednesday that I want to review. And then Friday's another request video for you guys. And weekend, I don't know if I will post this weekend. I might just make videos this weekend. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.